Hello everyone. So this is the day after I posted the Why I'm Not Through Hiking song video. Thanks so much for all the support. I was a little bit nervous to post singing music. I had more positive support and feedback than anything that I've posted up to this date. A lot of you guys saying that they connected with that song and how I felt over the summer and moving on and that kind of thing. It seemed like a lot of you guys were surprised that I do music. So I thought I would go into my history in music and just talk about kind of how I got into it and how I started writing music. When I was little, my parents made everyone take, I think, 5 years of piano lessons, and I hated music at that time. After that time was done, they let me quit. So I started playing guitar when I was either 15 or 16, like 10 or 11 years ago. My mom had a 12-string guitar. I bought a set of 6 strings and strung it up like a 6 string and just started learning chords. I started learning other people's songs and then immediately just started writing songs. And then I met a guy at my parents' church at youth group, and he wrote songs about girls too. so we decided to start a band, and we were called the Famous Buddies.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, I remember.
See what I mean? I'm not here to fill your seats. Where would you be without me?
We just started out writing like kind of poppy, acoustic. And we started playing a lot of shows, especially in the summers, and some of them with a lot of people at them. So I played acoustic guitar for a couple years and then started getting into other instruments. My youth pastor at the time had a mandolin, and he was like, hey, I'll let you keep this with you as long as you play for our youth group. So he gave me that one to just like get started on, and then ended up buying my own mandolin. And that's really where I started to learn a lot more about music, as far as like just being able to know what notes can go with what chords and just feeling comfortable playing. I would just download sheet music for popular songs, like piano sheet music, and just like, I wasn't very good at reading it, but I would just go through and figure it out and just memorize the notes and stuff and go from there. And so one of the things we did, like this one was pretty popular, we played it at a lot of male shows, was the Skrillex song. Lots of little songs where lead mandolin accompanied by guitar. Right before my friend went off to college, we played a show at Center Stage in Atlanta, and there was like 300 something people there. It was sold out, and that was super fun. If you want to hear me rap, I rap in this video. Yeah, another song about a relationship gone wrong. That was kind of like the peak of us as a band. And then he left, and it kind of, playing music by yourself is not as fun as like rehearsing with people, getting ready for shows, writing songs together, and just doing it alone is not as fun. So I kind of backed off on it. I still did some YouTube stuff, but not much. I started doing a lot of covers so like this one was pretty popular. I did my You Got a Friend in Me mandolin cover. And just learning these songs on mandolin, that's what got me to be comfortable with music. My favorite to play were these fiddle cover, like I did this one with a girl from Texas. We recorded separately and put it together. course, my pop covers.
Holding ripped jeans, skin was showing. Hot night, wind was blowing. Where'd you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right, at you, baby. But here's my number, so call me maybe.
The singing has always been a struggle.
And I'm gonna show you this love, this feeling within. We are far too blessed to let this selfishness keep leading us along. Our time here is almost gone.
I worked all summer at a camp and used all that money to buy a Neumann TLM 103, which is like a pretty decent mic that's like this size. And after I got a job, I got someone to build me a PC that was like, thought it was a Mac so I could run Logic to record. And then I opened a little studio and recorded some stuff for friends. I wasn't super great at mixing and recording, but I did it. I knew enough to get the job done. I think I charged like $50 a song or something super cheap. Yeah, we started writing a lot of originals for our band. Here was our big song that we won to play at that big show. We had to compete, and this was our final song. John's about having to eat cold soup because he broke up with someone. I started recording, but none of the recordings for that album ever made it out. Even though some of them were pretty good. I think Nope made it out. Just know about a banjo, so we started playing bluegrass.
I know you can put out, but that's not what I need. It's not what love's about, oh no.
So that's kind of like our style, is we would either write like bluegrassy, kind of like pop bluegrass songs with bluegrass instruments, or take a pop song and just turn it into like that bluegrassy, happy, bouncy feeling. Oh, I played a show in India. We went to India to visit my sister who was on a bookstore boat. And there was people waiting to get on the bookstore, and they had this little stage set up, and I played a show there. Then we started getting more serious about it. So we got shirts that say Thing 1, Thing 2. And people loved it. And then after a while, this is Taylor. We bought a Cat in the Hat hat for him. Look at this. Thing 1, Thing 2, and Cat in the Hat. Great times. This is our usual setup. 2 acoustic guitars, or a guitar mandolin, or guitar banjo, and cajon. Look at this mullet. During this time, I was in school to become a piano technician. Mom was like, in case you don't make it as a rock star. I was there for I think almost 3 years, or just over 3 years maybe. Here's the piano when I first got it. So in this class, they give you a piano, and they say, rebuild it, make it good. And then, yeah, over the years, I took it all apart, put it back together, fixed everything. And when it was done, she looked like this, all rebuilt, before and after. So I sold it for a couple $100 to a family friend. Yeah, so that's like my history of what I've been doing with music. Over the summer, I've been getting back into music a lot. I've been writing a lot of stuff and just playing a lot every day. Yeah, I sold my mandolin so that I could put a down payment on my van that I bought to move out here, to move out west. And when I got out here, I bought a cheaper one. This guy. It's a Washburn something. It's okay. I like I said before, learning mandolin is what made me comfortable, but mandolins to me are so much easier to learn like lead stuff just because the way that it's set up. Like the finger pattern is easier, your fingers are closer together, but they don't feel jammed. Like whereas guitar, sometimes you have to like make weird shapes. With this, it's all like pretty straightforward, and your hand can be relaxed with like almost every chord, except maybe like a bar chord, minor chord. But you can play that different ways. But yeah, the big thing with this that is sad is if I tune it down here and then play up here, it gets out of tune. So if I start recording mandolin stuff again, gonna have to have someone set this up. If I would recommend an instrument to learn, I would definitely recommend get a mandolin. They're a lot easier to learn than guitars, and if you set it up with light strings and have the action the right height, it's not very difficult to play. But if it's set up wrong, it can be each chord will be like, your hand will be so tired from squeezing. So have it set up right. And then there's only 4 strings, kind of like a ukulele, how it's easy to play. Whereas guitar, the style that I play, a lot of the times, I'll be playing 4, maybe 5 strings, and I'll have to block off the other ones, just like have a finger sitting, muting them, so I can still strum, but they don't ring out. Whereas this one is a lot easier. So this has been a brief history video. Actually very long. I've got some music, but it's mostly on SoundCloud. If you search John J Music or something else, or John Jeffrey. Like this song, you can listen to this, Smoothies in the Office. I don't even remember writing this. I feel like this was made for an unboxing video. Song Stay Away, I wrote with my friend. It was kind of like a duet. A guy and a girl that were like fighting.
You're giving it up, you're moving away. I tell myself that it's okay. Please stay away from me.
It's funny how you used to tell me everything's okay. Just love me now, you say.
Stay away from me.
Stay away, all you say is stay away.
Stay away from me.
Some of you guys asked like where did this music stuff come from? Where did playing guitar come from? And this has been it. It's been over a decade of working on it and trying to get better and writing songs and trying to write songs that have a little bit more meaning than just like a bad relationship, I guess. I still write songs like that, but it's something I enjoy a lot. I kind of always just do it for myself, whereas other things that I do creatively, like YouTube, making videos for clients, it's still creative, but it's not always just for myself, whereas music, I don't know, it feels different. Yeah, and also I'm not very expressive and I don't really share emotions, but I feel like through music, it's easier to convey a message or how I'm feeling, that kind of thing, and be able to say it. It's less scary because you're already singing, you're already like putting yourself out there and like a little bit vulnerable. But if I just like talk about that stuff, I don't know, it's easier to do it through a song. So yeah, that's been my history with music, and I hope to continue it and to get back into playing more stuff and writing more stuff and hopefully recording. But we will see. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any music related questions if you made it through this whole video. But yeah, thanks. Bye.